How's it going, guys? I thought I'd react to the Golden Globe nominations since they came out recently. I've seen most of the movies nominated, so I'm just gonna give my thoughts on the nominations, what I think is gonna win, and what I think should win. All right, we're looking here at the Best Motion Picture nominations for a drama. Avatar, have not seen it yet. My ticket is locked and loaded. I'm very excited for this one. Elvis, I did see it. I think it's about a 3 out of 5. I think Baz Luhrmann's style is just too in your face. The movie feels too long. And I think long movies don't always have to feel long. Like Endgame was like 3 hours and it didn't feel like 3 hours. But this is a 3 hour movie, I think, too, like two and change. And you definitely feel the length. The highlight of the movie is Austin Butler, 100% though. Tom Hanks is just too goofy in it, and the direction is definitely a little overwhelming after a certain point in time. The Fabelmans, not Spielberg's best by any means. Very solid, a love letter to cinema, as people like to say. I did enjoy it. I thought I had some head scratcher moments though. Some moments that took me out of the film. There's like one scene where this girl once the main character gets to high school, and I'm sure it's there for comedic relief, but it just gave me cringe. It took me out of the movie. Tar, I saw this movie twice. The first time, I think there was somebody in my audience just talking way too much. I just couldn't focus and really appreciate the movie. The second time I saw it, I liked it a lot more. I appreciate kind of like the slowness of it, but Cate Blanchett makes that movie, I think, 100%. And Top Gun Maverick, just wow, what a blockbuster. They don't make movies like this frequently, so when they do, it's definitely good to go out and support, and I'm glad that it's breaking records in the box office, well-deserved records. And it's definitely in my top 5 of the year. Top Gun Maverick is an amazing film, but my hype for Avatar is telling me that it could be even better. I am of the team that thinks that Avatar 2 is going to be phenomenal. You just don't take that long creating tech and make a bad movie. I think those that dislike Avatar 1 are probably coming at it from having seen it maybe at home, because I think if you've seen Avatar 1 in a theater in 3D when it originally released and when it got re-released and remastered recently in 3D, I don't think that you can doubt James Cameron. There's no way you doubt him after having seen that, and that came out recently. I just can't doubt him. So, based on the ones I've seen, I'd give it to Top Gun Maverick. But my hype is telling me that Avatar 2 might even pass that. So music or comedy, Babylon. I've cooled on Damien Chazelle, to be honest. Whiplash, 5 out of 5, amazing film. But La La Land, I think, is overrated. Did not enjoy it that much. And if he's just like a Hollywood darling after that, and they think that they're gonna give it to him for this one, just off the trailer, I'm not interested at all. It just seems like a bunch of big name actors in a long 3-hour movie. But it gives me vibes of something like an American Hustle, something like that. Like, not that the plot's the same, but you're just getting these actors and they're just kind of there, like they're gonna show up in it because of the director. You know, he's got some buzz, but I don't know. The trailer does not convince me that I'm gonna have a good time watching it, to be honest. Banshees of Inisherin, solid dark comedy. I did enjoy it. 3.5 out of 5. Everything Everywhere All at Once. This in IMAX was a 5-star experience. This in IMAX, 5 stars. I did rewatch it after, to its detriment, because if you watch this by yourself, you're not watching the movie. If you watch this with an unenthusiastic crowd, you did not watch the movie. Watching this movie early in IMAX with a crowd that's hype is a 5-star experience. This movie was phenomenal. I did drop my rating after seeing it because I rewatched it and it's just not the same experience. But if I had to pick a winner based on experience, and obviously I think this is a lock anyways, I would give it to Everything Everywhere All at Once. Glass Onion, I did see it in a theater. It's still not out yet on Netflix. I think the first one's better. Straight up. The first one's better. If you don't watch the trailers, if you look at the cast, I think you can guess who the villain is. If you just look at the cast and you don't watch trailers, because the trailer's gonna tell you the characters, gonna tell you their like backstory kind of maybe, or like their interactions with each other, it might throw you off the scent. If you just look at the actors in the movie and you think about who would be the best villain, you can guess the answer to this. Not like the first one, at least in my opinion. I thought the first one was better anyways. Triangle of Sadness, solid comedy, dark comedy, a lot of satire, like class, like rich versus poor, kind of like gender roles as well. The movie split up into 3 parts, and they all feel like different movies. It ends on the weaker note though. The third part, which is the final part, is the weakest chapter. But the first 2 chapters are really, really good. I would give the first 2 chapters like 4 out of 5. But that last chapter kind of brings it down, approaching like a 3 out of 5. And it kind of sucks that it ends the movie on that note. I wish it ended on one of the banger notes. But overall, I did enjoy the movie. But anyways, Everything Everywhere All at Once, definitely winning this. Lock. Austin Butler, Brendan Fraser, Hugh Jackman, Bill Nye, Jeremy Pope. I have not seen Living or The Inspection. I've seen the trailer for The Inspection. I mean, Living, if there's 2 words in the English language you gotta watch out for, it's British and drama. Yeah, that could be either one of the best movies ever made or one of the most boring movies in your whole life. The Son, the follow-up to Florian Zeller's The Father. I mean, Anthony Hopkins and The Father, phenomenal. So if that's a testament to Florian Zeller's ability to direct his actors, Hugh Jackman is probably phenomenal in this, but I have not seen this movie. And neither have I seen The Whale. The Whale, I have my ticket ready. Brendan Fraser's got all the buzz though. Given that the only movie I've seen is Elvis, and I can attest to Austin Butler, he is really good in this movie. He has a future. I'm excited to see him in Dune Part 2. But based on the buzz, probably Brendan's gonna win this. I think his comeback story is too strong. And when you add a story, it's in the voters' minds. They're not gonna ignore the story. Brendan Fraser's gonna win this one. Ana de Armas, Kate Blanchett, Olivia Colman, Viola Davis, Michelle Williams. I mean, Michelle Williams might just be like a must nom just because The Fabelmans, Spielberg gotta nominate one of the actors, but she's okay. Nothing crazy from her. Viola Davis is the best part of The Woman King. The Woman King surprisingly was good. I was not looking forward to it, but for a PG-13 movie, it's on the verge of being rated R action. The fight choreography is insane, amazing. This movie could have been in the top 10. Oh, maybe not top 10, but it could definitely be in the solid top 15, top 20 of the year. Like just a lock. If it didn't have a really bad like love subplot, romance subplot, it did not need it. Just a story about the women who are like this squad of warriors from from this country, the historical nature of it, the action, the drama. It was amazing, but when it definitely got knocked down a couple tiers with this unnecessary romance subplot that the writers or the directors felt they had to add to this. But Viola Davis is the best part of that movie, 100%. Olivia Colman, I've kind of cooled on her already. In The Favorite, she was really good, but I mean, after that, she's just been in the news, especially with these awards events regularly since joining The Crown. I do not watch The Crown, but if she does her thing, I'm sure she does a great job. Empire of Light just kind of seems like another power cinema movie. I mean, Fabelmans is right there, so two in the same year, I don't know about that. Anyways, I think Cinema Paradiso did it best, and it did it years ago. Cate Blanchett, she is the movie. She's amazing. Definitely a career best. They might just give it to Cate Blanchett. I mean, because she's Cate Blanchett. Like, what are you gonna do? But Blonde, a lot of negative attention for this movie. Very bold of the Golden Globes to nominate Ana de Armas. I think it's well deserved, in my opinion. Blonde is it's in my top 5 movies of the year. I love this movie. It's not for everybody. It's not historically accurate. You do not watch it to get a historical 100% representation of Marilyn Monroe's life. You watch it for the cinematography and the emotions that the director is able to convey through the movie, especially by bringing it out of Ana de Armas' performance. She's amazing in this movie. But yeah, Cate Blanchett is probably a lock for this, to be honest. Best performance in motion picture, musical, or comedy. Haven't seen Babylon. Daniel Craig. I mean, from movie to movie, from Knives Out 1 to this one, it's definitely difficult to stand out in an all-star cast. Like these whodunits tend to have lots of big name actors, and they're all playing eccentric characters. They're all different, they're all memorable. But Daniel Craig as Benoit Blanc, he's definitely memorable, and he's definitely solid. Have not seen White Noise. Colin Farrell in Banshees, very solid. Very solid. The emotional core of that movie, for sure. And he's still funny. I don't know. He gives like a performance where you could be both. You see how pathetic his character is in like that black comedy kind of way. But just the arc, I guess, that he has, is solid. He's a very good actor in this movie. Ralph Fiennes, his co-star Anya Taylor-Joy is also nominated for The Menu. I don't know why. Ralph Fiennes is The Menu. He's the reason to watch The Menu. He's just great in it. But I'd give this to Colin Farrell, to be honest. Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris, didn't see it. Babylon, not excited for it. I mean, it's Margot Robbie. I don't know. They might just give it to her. Anya Taylor-Joy, no. She's serviceable, but definitely not best performance. Good Luck to You, Leo Grand. I have not seen it. Here we go. Easy Lock. That's probably why they nominated something like an Anya Taylor-Joy in this, just to pad it out. Michelle Yeoh. Easy Lock. She is the emotional core of the movie. It's due time for her to get some respect and some recognition in the mainstream media. She's amazing. Best supporting performance in a motion picture. Brendan Gleeson. He's also very solid in Banshees. Barry Keoghan. He's great at getting like awkward laughs. And especially his agent giving him like all these kind of like prestige indie dramas. Whenever I see Barry Keoghan in something, you know you're watching something indie. Um, except for the Batman. Um, maybe this will get him into more stuff, but he's definitely great at playing awkward characters. And he gets some good laughs from me in this movie. Brad Pitt, I mean, he's Brad Pitt. Babylon, not excited about it at all, to be honest. Ki-Hoo Kwan, this is the guy. He's got the story. Like, Brendan's got the story. He's got the story in the back of the voters' minds, the comeback story. I mean, he's got the story. Coming from Indiana Jones, that's like the only other time I've seen him, and Goonies, I think. This is his nom, 100%. I mean, Eddie Redmayne, I don't know. I just can't respect him after Fantastic Beasts, to be honest. Supporting actors, Angela Bassett, phenomenal actress. You could put her in the worst movie in the world and she'll give you an Oscar performance. She's just firing on all cylinders. She's in a class of her own, to be honest. Carrie Condon, serviceable performance. Some emotional scenes with Colin Farrell in Banshees. Jamie Lee Curtis, this is just a slap to your face. What? Not gonna comment on it. Dolly DeLeon. She's in the third chapter, mostly of Triangle, the weakest chapter for me, anyways. But she was solid in it. Carey Mulligan, have not seen She Said. I loved her in Promising Young Woman though. So when she brings it, she brings it. But even though it's kind of a meme because it's a comic book movie, I'd give this to Angela Bassett 100%, and I wouldn't even regret it. If Black Panther: Wakanda Forever deserves any award, it's this one. I would not give it an award for anything else though. Best Director, James Cameron, 100%. You don't take 10 plus years developing technology, like beta testing with whole like $100 million plus movies, like Alita Battle Angel, and not get the dub. I don't know, the hype. I think it's the hype, but I think he needs it. He needs this after getting snubbed for Avatar 1. I would just give it to him. Maybe the Daniels if you want to be cool and hip, but come on, James Cameron, please. Best screenplay. I mean, Tar. If I was going to give it to the screenplay with the most big words, I'd give it to Tar. The most unique screenplay, especially for its budget, I gotta give it to the Daniels for Everything Everywhere All at Once. I mean, this compared to the other multiverse movie, the Doctor Strange 2 movie, just wildly different budgets. This movie just takes its concept, makes it emotional, makes you love the characters, and it's just a great idea, a great screenplay. I love it. I mean, Banshees, it's got the subtext of like Irish Civil War in there. Unique concept as well. Women Talking, have not seen it. And just Spielberg and Kushner, it's basically let's take my childhood and make it a movie. I mean, I don't know. They might give it to them just because it's Spielberg, but come on. I'd give it to the Daniels. Best original score, 110%. I can tell you, I don't remember any of the scores from the movies I saw here. Banshees, Pinocchio, or Fablemans. They're not earworms. Maybe in the moment they serve the story, but none of these are earworms. I can tell you that. Maybe Hildur Guðnadóttir like brings it. I mean, Joker, phenomenal. So if her Women Talking scores anything like that, you know what? I'd give it to her. Best original song. I can tell you Where the Crawdads Sing is the worst movie of 2022. I can tell you that right now. I mean, Pinocchio, I only liked one of the songs in it, to be honest. I the songs are the weakest part of the movie, but the movie is phenomenal. But I would not. Hopefully, it wins in other ways. Just not. I don't know. The only song I liked was the last song that plays in the credits. I don't think this is that song though. Hold My Hand, Lady Gaga for Top Gun Maverick. I don't even remember it, to be honest. Everybody remembers the volleyball scene song, but not this one. Lift Me Up. Don't remember it. Natu Natu. I couldn't tell you how it goes, but I remember when it hit. After all that action, it was just Bollywood fun. You know, for the meme, Natu Natu. Best animated feature. I gotta give this to Pinocchio, to my top 10. Honorable mention to Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. A lot of heart in that movie. A lot of heart. Turning Red, couldn't even get past 15 minutes. I'm just not the audience for this. But I don't know. I just don't think Pixar's got it anymore. TBH. And Puss in Boots, I got my ticket for it ready. If this is DreamWorks' comeback, I welcome it with open arms. But haven't seen Inuo. The concept seemed kind of cool. But just Pinocchio. Yes, that's all it is. Best non-English language film. All Quiet on the Western Front, 100%. This is my favorite movie of 2022 right now. Phenomenal. The only thing it has going against it being a 5-star, because I have it on 4.5, is the score is obnoxious sometimes. When it's classical instrumentation, it's still a 5 out of 5, but they add in this like weird sound. I don't even know how to describe it. Definitely done digitally, and it sounds terrible. It takes you out of the movie. I'm not sure what they were going for there, but it sounds too modern against the hearing it. It's like a modern sound while watching a period movie. It just doesn't click in my head. Same kind of like it's literally just an annoying sound, but the other feeling I had like that was watching Elvis. When it wasn't a classic Elvis song, it took me out of the movie. I hated it when it was contemporary music. Argentina 1985, I've not seen it. Close. Haven't even heard about it. TBH. Decision to Leave. I'm planning on watching this soon. I got the movie subscription lined up. Gonna watch this. Park Chan-wook. Obviously, he's phenomenal. So I'm looking forward to seeing this. And Triple R. This movie just surprised me because I saw it on Netflix. It was getting some buzz on Letterboxd online, but I did not expect to like it this much, to be honest. It's a very, very fun movie. If they don't want to give it to All Quiet on the Western Front for whatever reason, they give it to Triple R, I wouldn't be mad. And I can only assume that Park Chan-wook does a good job here with Decision to Leave, so I wouldn't be mad with that either. But this is my favorite movie, period, of the year. It would be a 5 if the score got polished a little bit. But yeah, that's gonna be the end for my reaction to the films. But yeah, let me know down below in the comments. Are you happy with these nominations? What do you think is gonna win? Are there any snubs that you're mad about? Write it all down below and subscribe for more movie and TV content.